All right, we should be back. We should be in the building. Y'all know what to do. It is that time. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Drop a 1 in the chat if you can see me. Make sure we're good. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Happy Friday and welcome to you all, man. It's good to see you guys in here. Welcome back to another YouTube live stream and another episode of the ClassE Morning Show. I'm your host, ClassE, at patreon.com/ClassEbeats. The link is in the description as well as in the pinned comment in the chat. Today, we're getting into more Candace Owens updates. Man, this situation with Candace is absolutely insane. Turning Point really just showed a lot of the truth and a lot of the questions that we've been having that Candace has been asking. It's looking like a lot of the speculation is true because of this one move they made. We're going to hear from Candace herself. We're going to hear from Blake Neff again about what's going on there. And then, of course, we're going to get back into the Brian Walshe trial. But before we do, I got to say what's up to the people, man. And actually, I think I got to sneeze. Hold on. Hopefully y'all didn't hear that. That was a serious sneeze. Shout out to the gang. We've got, of course, my awesome, amazing Amy is in here. Shout out to Amy in here. We've got Les Cleaver in the building as always, my guy. Slim Life New Jersey is back in the building. We've got Virginia Wiley's in here. Keep it moving New York as well. Good to see all of y'all, and I'll be saying what's up to you as we go throughout the show. If you haven't yet, I ask one favor, and that is that you all like the video on your way in. Not only is it free to do, not only does it help the channel to grow, but it takes less than a second. Lets the algorithm know y'all are enjoying the show and it shares the video, the channel, this live stream you're watching right now with more people. So if you could take a second, like the video. I think this is the most likes that we've had to start a live stream ever. 1,700 of y'all have liked the video. Crazy. And shout out to Amy for putting in the work. Amy does a lot to promote and bring more people into the show. So shout out to Amy for getting everybody in here. 1,700 likes to start a live stream is insane. All right, y'all go look at some other live streams. Y'all don't be out here liking the live streams like that before they start. So thank you so much to everybody that liked the video. Big shout out to Amy for putting in the work to make that happen as well. She did such a great job. All right, and we're going to also ask you guys, if you're feeling extra generous, you can share the video as well. You can share it to Instagram, X, Facebook, wherever you're on social media. You can even share it via text. And even if you want to send it to your group text and tell them where you're going to be hanging out this morning and into the afternoon, I appreciate it. I will be reading super chats as we go throughout the show as well. So thank you to everybody who supports and sends in super chats that way. I appreciate y'all so much because you don't have to do it. My guy Les Cleaver already gifted 5 memberships. Shout out to Les Cleaver. And if you got a membership from Les, do the right thing and tell him thank you. Say thank you, Les, for the membership. Make sure you go over and check out the members only content. You also get instant access to all the videos that we drop here, as well as your name highlighted in the beautiful green that you see in the chat as well. So we're going to go ahead and get right into it. Because again, as I always say, we do have a lot to get into, especially with it being Friday. Y'all know we like to double down on the content on Friday. So we're going to go ahead and talk about what's going on with this whole Turning Point USA Candace Owens showdown. Now, the last time we covered this, I talked about how disappointed I was with the situation that's been going on with Candace Owens and Turning Point USA. Supposed to be focused on continuing Charlie Kirk's legacy, supposed to be focused on keeping the conversation moving forward and the quest for truth. That's what Candace Owens is saying that she's trying to do. And Turning Point USA, I'm gonna be honest, they're not doing a great job of continuing Charlie's legacy, in my opinion, because we haven't seen anything near the impact that Charlie Kirk had on his own by himself without Turning Point USA that Turning Point is having right now. So things escalated. Candace Owens called out Turning Point USA again. Turning Point USA got sick of it. And we talked about in the last video, they said, fine, Candace, here's what we're going to do. And I'm going to read it directly from Blake Neff. This is what he said. The live stream we announced on the show Wednesday has been set at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 2 p.m. local time on Monday, December 15th. A collection of Charlie's friends will respond to statements made by Candace Owens to set the record straight once and for all prior to the opening of America Fest. We will be live streaming from Charlie's Phoenix studio. Our offer from yesterday still holds to Candace Owens. If Candace wishes to join us in person in Phoenix, she is welcome to do so. What? She can let us know by the end of today. Now, a lot of people were saying Candace was backtracking here because Candace Owens is going to respond, and we're going to get into the response here. Earlier, Candace Owens said yesterday when she responded to that invitation, she said, hey, we can do this any place, anytime, whenever y'all want to do it. Let's do it. I'm ready. We could do it even today. We could do it tomorrow if you wanted, right? And now people are saying Candace Owens backtracked, but did she really? Let's carefully read what Candace Owens said in her response to this direct invitation on X, which was kind of weird in the first place. She says, it's kind of weird you didn't email or call me about times or availability and chose to instead tweet this confirmation out at midnight, which he did. If you go back and you look at the timestamp, this was tweeted and edited at 1:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Kind of crazy. She also says, why am I learning about this on X? And people are saying, oh, here she goes. She's about to back out. Candace Owens isn't sticking to her word. But listen to what she says next. December 15th does not work in person at 2 p.m. is also a lateral time to when I do my podcast live every day, which you know. But what does she say? I will happily cancel my daily podcast and join you guys virtually instead for the live stream on the 15th, if that works for you on your end. Let's lock in. Candace said, listen, I'm tired of the games. She's sick of the games. She wants the truth to come out. And she said, you know what? You guys, not only did you not send me a direct invitation, you didn't ask me if I would be available. Although I said, hey, we could do this anytime, any place, fine. But you know what? Besides all of that, go ahead. Let's set it up. I'll be there virtually. Shouldn't be a big deal. Whether I was there in person, whether I was there virtually, it should be fine, right? Go ahead and set it up. I'll be there. You guys good to go? Well, she had one more thing that she wanted to say in regards to that, and I want to read it here before we get to Turning Point's response. Candace says, I will also add that I am happy to jump on Charlie's show any day before then virtually as well. I was serious when I said we could do it today even. Virtually, I can make it happen pretty much any day because it's easier to move things around with the kids and find someone to sub for my morning homeschooling. She's ready to go. So I don't know why people are saying Candace is trying to get out of this, because she said, you know what? I can't make it in person. That's fine. I didn't say I would go to you in person anytime. I said, we can do this anytime. Let's go. Let's make it happen. Well, what does Turning Point have to say in response to this? This is where things start to get weird. Blake Neff, he says, yesterday, we made it clear that we would be scheduling a formal response to the allegations and accusations you have made, Candace. We've decided that response will be delivered during a live stream on December 15th. Now, this is the part where it gets weird. Blake says, thank you for your response and letting us know you will not be joining the in-person conversation. We will be proceeding without you. So let me get this straight. Candace Owens says, I can't be there in person, but I'll still be there. Just set me up on the screen. We can have this conversation virtually. You guys have done it before. You do it all the time. It shouldn't be a big deal. Blake at Turning Point USA says, nope. If you can't come, we're not doing it at all. We're not going to make it happen. You're not coming. And this is just so strange of a response, because Candace said she's going to be able to make it work, even though you guys just gave her a last minute notice. And who knows, maybe she would have been able to move some things around. Very strange indeed. Of course, Candace Owens had to respond to that. And she said, it has been decided by the public that the best response for this for my team is to live stream your live stream and provide commentary. Since you already picked our regular podcasting time, we look forward to providing live responses to your once and for all answer. So this is, again, super lame. And shame on this guy, Blake. I haven't followed him much, so shame on this guy, Blake from Turning Point, for taking this response. I think this is a terrible look for Turning Point, and it seems like they have something to hide. Something as simple as just getting Candace on a virtual platform, and she said she would be there. is weird. Why does she have to be there in person? That's the thing that's even more weird and seems sketchy. Basically, they said, we're not going to have you on the platform unless you show up in person. And then we have a lot of responses and a lot of people who did not feel this looked well for Turning Point USA, because there was a back and forth that Blake had between someone on X. Jimmy Dore said, wow, I knew you'd pull something, and here it is. Everyone, including you, shows that's not how you book a guest on the show. You're supposed to contact them and find a mutually agreeable date and time. You don't publicly announce the date before it's confirmed. It's transparent. It's transparently obvious what you're doing here, but you're all shady as F, including the pastors you're associated with. Nice ratio, by the way. Yeah, he got ratioed like crazy. And he says, of course, this isn't how you book a guest. Candace isn't a guest. Dang. We're not booking a guest and never said we were. We are delivering a response to several months of escalating harassment and lies. She was given the opportunity to join and decline. That is a lie. That's a blatant lie. Candace said she would be there, Blake. I don't understand why they're choosing to go this way, why they're choosing to take this route, but this is a really bad look for Turning Point USA. And a lot of the supporters are seeing this. They're dodging Candace Owens and her questions, and they're going to selectively respond to what Candace said, not give an opportunity to respond back. Candace doesn't lose either way. I don't think she would. I don't blame her for not wanting to be there in person. And even if she were to be there in person, she's still going to continue to do what she's going to do. And I don't think they could handle it. I think this would have been epic. And I had the feeling that this wasn't going to happen in the first place. Also, a little side note that a lot of people missed is Candace Owens and her husband, specifically her husband's birthday, is on December 15th. What? Her husband's birthday is on December 15th. Candace Owens didn't mention this, but it's weird that they would pick that date. I guess it just lined up. It just happened to line up with the Marifest, and they wanted to do this meeting. They wanted to do this event on Candace's husband's birthday. How could you miss that? Let's hear from Candace herself on what she had to say about Turning Point and the way they set this up, which doesn't look great. Why did they want to have her in person so bad? I would be skeptical myself.
Smartest person, and nobody should question Blake. Now, it was a lot. Like they're telling us everything he said the night before, except for when he texted you guys and said that he thought they were going to kill him. Can we get to that part? Okay, we get it. Mikey's amazing. Blake Neff's the smartest dude we know. It's right here in the Bible. Can we get to the part of the evening before when Charlie said they are going to kill him, which maybe took place after all of that, all of the compliments that were paid? Guys, please stop. It's so fake and gay. It hurts me. It hurts me. It physically is hurting me. The level of fakeness and gayness that we are reaching at Turning Point USA is starting to make me go, ow. Okay? Please, I'm asking nicely. Can you give us something authentic? Because that's not going to cut it. That's just not going to cut it. How dare you question the ghost of Charlie Kirk? Are you suggesting that Charlie could have possibly not had good judgment? Am I suggesting that I've maybe watched a lot of hours of IDTV and it seems like, yeah, it's a kind of a common theme that when people die, you should question the people closest to them? Actually, yeah, I am suggesting that it's like a very high percentage of murders that are committed by somebody else that they know. I think it's like north of 95% of murders. And no matter how many adjectives you assign to people at Turning Point USA, we're not going to accept this narrative, okay? We're not going to accept this narrative, especially when you're lying and you won't tell us the relevant portions. Who did he think was going to kill him? Andrew Colvett? Can you tell us, Andrew? Can you tell us, Blake Neff? Can you tell us, Mikey McCoy? Or was he just full of fluff? Just full of fluff at the end. Really just wanted Josh Hammer's book to be sold. You're bad at this. You want to know why you're bad at this? Because you're inauthentic. That's why. You're inauthentic. If you start telling the truth, you won't struggle with this issue. Nobody accepts this, okay? Wow,
this is getting really bad. Candace Owens also took to her Instagram story and had this to say. I'm not going to read the text. I'll just let Candace say it herself. Check it out.
An ultimatum, I don't know, an invitation, gave me 24 hours to respond to a tweet that they sent at midnight. Very strange. Again, everything just seems to be very strange and unnecessary that is coming out of Turning Point USA. We're going to find out. You can pick the place. You can pick the time. I say we do it tomorrow. We don't need to plan for this. We don't need lawyers in between us, lawyer statements. It's not how I roll, okay? I don't care about any of that. I want it to be authentic. Like, we are going to discuss that. Plus, I have an amazingly odd update regarding the Egyptian planes, and it feels very significant. So we're going to jump back into that storyline. It seems to be the Egyptian planes that they are unnecessarily freaking out about. So that's definitely going to be the key that unlocks everything. So Turning Point issued a...
So we have all that, and it keeps going. People, especially people close to Turning Point USA, are still perpetuating these lies that Candace Owens declined. She didn't decline. She said we can do it anytime, any place. That is true. That's what we have the internet for. The internet, you can literally do anything at any time in any place. So she could be there in Phoenix on the 15th and not be there. We've got Graham Allen said, breaking, Candace Owens just backed out of the in-person debate presented by Turning Point USA. Well, it was never a debate in the first place. This was a question and answer session, as I called it. And then, of course, this person got community noted, and the community note says Candace did not back out of the debate, but offered to participate virtually. What's the issue, Turning Point? Why can't Candace participate virtually? It should be that simple. If she says, yeah, I'll be there on Zoom, I can't be there in person, they say, no, you need to be here in person. What? Why? Why does she need to be there in person? It doesn't make any sense. And then Candace also had this to say.
Or how many adjectives you assign to people at Turning Point USA, we're not going to accept this narrative, okay? We're not going to accept this narrative, especially when you're lying and you won't tell us the relevant portions. Who did he think was going to kill him? Andrew Colvett? Can you tell us, Andrew? Can you tell us, Blake Neff? Can you tell us, Mikey McCoy? Or was he just full of fluff? Just full of fluff at the end. Really just wanted Josh Hammer's book to be sold.
So last but not least, a lot of responses we're hearing. It's not good. And it's not a great look for Turning Point USA. And I want to know what y'all think about this in the comments in the chat. Because this is what someone had to say. Shout out to MJ Truth Ultra. And I think he makes a great point. He says, yeah, this stinks so bad. After Candace Owens accepted the debate challenge, I don't think it was a debate challenge, Blake Neff demands that Candace Owens comes to Phoenix in 11 days and demands an answer by the end of the day, which was weird. I'm not even in Candace Owens' shoes, and I wouldn't go to that ish. Do it virtually. This does not look good for Turning Point USA. And then we have the quote from Blake Neff saying, well, Candace, I guess you're not coming because you won't do it the way we want to. Super weird. Y'all let me know what you think about this in the comments in the chat. In the next video, we're going to hear from Candace herself. Obviously, we've heard certain clips absolutely go off on how this was set up. Not a great look for Turning Point USA. What are they hiding? I have to wait and see. Thank y'all for all 8,000 of you that are in the building. If you haven't yet, make sure you like the video on your way in. Also, shout out to the gang who said, Candace chickened out. How do you get... Again, I need to go back to her statement. Where is that statement from Candace? And again, people are saying this.
Place, you can pick the time. You can pick the place. You can pick the time.
She said she would be there virtually. What's the issue? To those of you that are saying that she chickened out, what's the issue with Candace being there virtually? Because I'm missing it. She said she would be there. He said, you know what, even though you guys just said we're going to do it on the 15th and you have to be there in person, I will move everything around with my podcast to make sure I'm there and I can be there virtually and we can make this happen. So what's the issue here? I'm going to go back to this tweet and read this again. Candace said, where did it go? She said December 15th does not work in person, but we will happily cancel the daily podcast and we'll join you guys virtually instead for the live stream on the 15th. If that works on your end, let's lock it in. She's not running. I wouldn't want to go there in person either. Not after everything that went down and they're acting super weird. I mean, what do y'all want her? What do y'all want her to do? I don't know. Just do whatever they say, and then this is all getting super weird. But we're gonna go ahead and get into the live stream from Candace. We're not gonna listen to the whole thing as usual, but the first 10 minutes, I think she makes her point here, and we'll probably talk about the Egyptian planes a little bit later. But check this out. Now that we've heard from Candace Owens and we know exactly how she's going to handle the situation with the invite from Turning Point, she's going to go in, she's going to talk about what happened, what went down, and how things are going to go moving forward. The way Turning Point is handling this is strange. And I think Candace called their bluff. I had a feeling when we first started talking about this that it wasn't going to happen, because I said multiple times, if this happens, it's going to be insane. Turning Point's not ready for the smoke. I'll check this out from Candace. I'll leave a link to the full live stream from her in the description as well, so y'all can go and support her. Here we go.
Half of the entire world. What the hell is going on at Turning Point USA? What's going on? I want to know what is happening over there in Arizona. Who is in charge exactly? Who is making the decisions? Who is calling the shots on all of these terrible and extremely obvious PR moves? I think we all deserve to at least know what's going on. It feels like this company is going to turn into Enron, right? Amazing, and then just plummet overnight. I have just, the lack of transparency and also, ironically, the transparency of the things that they are doing. You can't make this up. They are just so obvious, so obviously trying to hide something.
Yep.
Before we get into their frankly bizarre late night tweet and ultimatum, I wanted to update you guys and let you know that Cam Higbee, remember that weird propagandist reporter who goes to the Pentagon press secretary and is like, don't laugh. Okay, right, don't laugh. And then proceeds to ask if they heard about France's assassination attempt on my life, which I also said that France was on the ground on the day that Charlie was assassinated. Yeah, this Cam Higbee, take a listen. As well.
Yeah. So this is my first question, and don't laugh. Does the DOW have any evidence at all of a French military plot to assassinate Candace Owens?
That is an interesting question. Not that I'm aware of, but, interesting question. I can try to find out and maybe let you know. I think that might be more of a law enforcement matter, though.
So I brought that up because it was just so propagandist, so in our faces. I obviously did not think that this was going to lead back to Turning Point USA, but little did I know that we can add Cam Higbee onto our list of brand new. Everyone was just so brand new on that day.
I've never heard
everyone was so brand new leading up to Charlie's assassination. Well, Cam Higbee is on the payroll of Turning Point USA beginning in August of this year. So in theory, Cam Higbee, who was laughing off the idea of an assassination attempt, is being paid by the very organization that just had its leader assassinated in broad daylight in front of the entire world. I find that to be interesting. Who directed him to ask that question? I'm just asking questions. But first, after my episode yesterday, I expected, call me crazy, I expected that Turning Point would reach out to me via text, via email, that they would instantly follow up with their long diatribe and to be sincere and say, okay, here are some dates and some times. When would you like to make this happen? We're going to set up this great debate. Rather, instead of hearing anything from Turning Point, I heard from Skylar, my executive producer, this morning via text, which I'm going to show you, that I was somehow already 9 hours into a 24-hour countdown that was issued by Turning Point USA. Here is that text exchange with Skylar this morning. He, 8:49, said, I'm sure you saw this. And I responded to him and I said, no, actually, I didn't see this. And I opened the tweet, which went out from Blake Neff around midnight last night. And here's what he wrote. I'm like, how am I supposed to see this? The live stream we announced on the show Wednesday has been set. That would imply to the audiences that they reached out to me and we set a time. No, he goes on. At 4 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. local time on Monday, December 15th, a collection of Charlie's friends will respond to statements made by Candace Owens to set the record straight once and for all prior to the opening of America Fest. Now, if it's going to be once and for all, it sounds pretty final. I mean, I would assume that I would have to contribute so that I could answer back, right? He goes on to write, we'll be live streaming, as he said from the beginning, this is going to be a live streamed event from Charlie's Phoenix studio. Our offer from yesterday holds. If Candace wishes to join us in person in Phoenix, she is welcome to do so. She can let us know by the end of today. Why? Well, I'm sorry. If you're saying this is happening on the 15th, why am I getting 24 hours to be able to respond to you? That doesn't make any sense. That, for some reason, feels like this is a BS offer and a really cheap PR move. There's no reason.
And I think it's funny. Candace didn't even realize that they did this on her. They set the date on her husband's birthday, too. That's fun. That was funny to me. Was it intentional? Absolutely. They had this all planned out. Why? Why, the question is why? And why not allow Candace to appear virtually? It seems pretty straightforward, right?
Reason to issue a 24-hour response and to put this up in the middle of the night. A. B, there's no reason you didn't reach out to me and say, hey, does this work? Can I check some flights, see if I can get in there? Nope. This is it. They put this up there on the 15th. The last week of our show is live. Obviously, leading up to Christmas, that's the last week of our show. Obviously, it's a pretty busy week. So I'm like, okay, caught off guard by this, but you know what? I sense this is a PR move. So let me say, you've already said it's live streamed. If an event is live streamed, of course, we can make it work any place. I mean, at any time, any day, we can make this happen, right? Because you're live streaming it. There's no reason I can't show up electronically, okay? I respond to him and I say
Makes
this.
sense.
Kind of weird how you didn't email or call me to ask about times or availability and instead chose to tweet this confirmation out at midnight. Why am I learning about this on X? December 15th does not work in person. And 2 p.m. happens to also be the literal time that I do my podcast live every day, which you knew. But we will happily cancel the daily podcast and we'll join you guys virtually instead for the live stream on the 15th. If that works on your end, let's lock it in, question mark.
That's all we need to hear. She doesn't have to be there in person. You can make it happen any place, anytime, because we have the internet, guys. What are we missing here? The internet's a great tool. Open Zoom, Candace appears. She's there. Crazy, man.
Okay, we're jumping here. Let's just make it happen. Okay, that's the beauty of the internet. That is the beauty of 2025. You can literally be any place, anytime. Just send me a link, right? Any place, anytime, and we can join you virtually. In fact, today on their show, they had Andrew Colbert joining them virtually. So they have the tech capability to do this. We have tech capability to do this. Let's make this sincere and do this for people around the world who do not feel that you guys have been honest and forthcoming in terms of answers that you could obviously supply regarding Charlie Kirk's assassination. Well, if we needed any more evidence that nothing that they do is genuine and that this was an obvious planned PR move, here is what Blake tweeted out just now before we went live on the show. Yesterday, we made it clear that we would be scheduling a formal response to allegations and accusations that you have made. We have decided that that response will be delivered during a live stream, as he said, a live stream, on December 15th. Thank you for your response, letting us know that you will not be joining the in-person conversation. We will be proceeding without you. Why are you proceeding without me? To have a conversation that is about me. Why am I getting 24 hours to respond? Why do you need me there in person if you are trying to be sincere and answer the very many questions that I have brought up on this show? You guys weren't even sincere in what you said yesterday. You told some glaring lies about things that I have said. So we're supposed to trust that you guys are going to handle this discussion all by yourselves and respond to any and every allegation?
No, they couldn't even. They didn't even comment on what Charlie Kirk said about the donors. They should have never responded in the first place. They should have just let this go. But now they're in it now. You can't back out now.
And this isn't just some planned PR for once and for all. Like I said, this is so obvious. He is being completely destroyed in the comments because what's happening at Turning Point, and I've seen this happen before, is they now believe that they are smarter than their audience, right? They think they are smarter than their small pocket donors. They can pull such an obviously crappy public move like this and pretend, well, we tried. You know, she said she could make it work and we tried, but it has to be physically, she needs to be in person, even though we have shown that we have people join us, not in person, and it's live streamed, and we both have the tech abilities to do that. If she doesn't make this work within 24 hours, we can now say that it's on Candace. This is a disaster, okay? It is a dumpster fire. That's the only way to describe what is happening at Turning Point USA today and right now is a dumpster fire. Everyone can read this for what it is. As I said, they are getting destroyed in the comments.
right.
Like, really, guys? Really? You're not going to just send us a simple live stream link and let us join you? We've had people on this show live streamed. We could have them tomorrow. I said, in response, I said to them, I'll make this work. I also attached to that tweet any day leading up to the 15th. We can do this virtually any place and any time. But no, they need to have it in person in Phoenix
Crazy.
on December 15th, or they cannot have me at all. Is that passing the vibe check for you guys? Or does it seem like more posturing and more of a way for them to simply be in the room with themselves as they all lie without any person in the room to be able to fact check those lies, who have researched those lies and who have kept a list regarding the very many lies they are telling, okay? I maintain that Turning Point is engaged in a cover-up. That is how I feel, okay? And like I said, it pains me to say that because this was once a bright spot in the conservative movement. It is no longer. They are using left-wing tactics, calling us names rather than answering us questions. It's everything Charlie stood against, okay? You don't need to call somebody a racist because they're asking questions about what happened with George Floyd leading up to his death, okay? That is a way that you skip over having to debate logically, is you name call. All Blake Neff did was name call yesterday. All the pastors have been doing. It's demonic, it's possessed, it's evil. How about you simply answer the questions and stop behaving like you're a radical leftist? Everyone can see what you're doing. That's what I want you guys to know. It's very clear, okay? I'm not asking people to defend me. You are just genuinely this transparent. So I am sorry that I cannot arrive in person because it's our last week on air before the holidays. I am still very happy, and I will say it again, to make that date and time and place because I'm here and we have the technological capabilities to make it so, make it
Seems
work.
simple.
We can move it around and we can do it even at midnight. I will stay awake and I will make that work for you at midnight, anytime. Just send me a link. In the meantime, we are just going to start investigating harder because you're not acting right, okay? You guys are not acting right, and you are not going to be able to get yourselves out of it by trying to be tricky like that. And like I said, the fact that you mentioned the Egyptian planes so many times yesterday without providing a valid answer or reason as to why we should just ignore military planes that are circulating that don't belong to our country, we're going to stay focused on that. And guess what? We have some more explosive revelations.
And we're not going to talk about it here because I'm going to let y'all go support Candace. Listen, I'm about to, I usually like to take things slow, see how the information comes out. I'm about to be full on Team Candace because this move by Turning Point is not only embarrassing, but it's sad, it's cowardice, and she's just asking questions that a lot of us ask, and we don't have the platform that Candace Owens has to ask those questions. And obviously, she's very invested in this because that was her friend, her very, very close friend that was assassinated live in 4K. The only way I could see Turning Point recovering from this is if they actually do address every single question that Candace Owens has had, because if they just leave one sliver of a question that's not answered, we're going to be right back where we were when we started. And there's going to be even more. So I hope Candace continues to keep going. I think it was a smart move on her part, and obviously didn't make sense for her to go there in person. She can have her set up. It's professional. There's no need for her to be in the room with 4 other guys? Weird in the first place. Let me know what y'all think in the comments in the chat. And to anybody out here that's saying Candace backed out, I mean, come. What are you doing? She said it at least 4 times during this brief 10-minute segment. Let's make it happen. I'll be there. We can do it. Let's make it happen. I'll be there by Zoom. I'll stay up. What are we waiting for? I can be there. Crazy stuff, man. Let's get back into the Brian Walshe trial. I know a lot of y'all want to get into it, and we've actually got some interesting stuff for you today. I need to update this headline. Thank you to all 8,000 of you that are in the building. And again, 1,800 of you have liked the video, which is crazy. Thank y'all so much. Let me update this because this part of the Brian Walshe trial is going to be interesting. Let's shout out to Amy here. Amy, I don't know what that emoji means. What is that? I don't know what is that emoji? Send her the link. What are they afraid of? Look at this setup. Candace Owens, they could even make it look like Candace Owens is in the studio with them. We don't care. We just want the questions answered. What are they hiding? Honestly, at this point, they just need to go ahead and hand Turning Point over to Candace Owens, because I don't know how they're going to recover from this one. But if things are going the way Charlie feared that they were going to go, maybe it's just a money thing. Most likely just a money thing at this point. Donors are tired of this back and forth. Honestly, I think the PR team really failed on this, and they should have had a response that I talked about in multiple videos before. Hey guys, listen, we've heard all the rumors. We heard the speculations. Now is not the time to address this. We're trying to continue what Charlie Kirk is doing. Candace Owens can continue to do her research and point fingers as she wants to. We're not going to get involved in that. We've cooperated with the police. We've cooperated with the FBI, and we're going to let this trial play out. So hopefully we can get some justice for Charlie Kirk. That's all we're going to comment on this at this time. Any questions and speculation need to be saved for the trial. That's it. And leave it alone. It's as simple. But Turning Point, no. I don't know if they thought they were Charlie Kirk and they could debate the Candace Owens, but I mean, this is just it's gonna make things worse. Let's go ahead and get back into the Brian Walshe trial. Now we're actually going to pick up here on day 4, and we're going to hear from a manager of an apartment complex near where Brian Walshe allegedly dropped off Anna's body. Yes. What? And there's video. What? This testimony is going to get crazy. Now make sure you check this out. Let me know what you think in the comments in the chat. Wow.
Good afternoon.
Could you please state your name for the record and spell your last name for us, please?
Sandra Hempel Waldrop. Last name is Hempel, Hempel, Waldrop, Waldroup.
Where do you work, ma'am?
I work at the Claremont in Abington, an apartment complex.
Where is the Claremont located in Abington?
At 500 North Quincy Street in Abington, Massachusetts.
And what do you do for the Claremont?
I'm the general manager.
And how many units are at the Claremont?
91.
What are the responsibilities of the general manager?
Well, my responsibilities, I'm also head of maintenance, so I do everything. If there's nothing that I do not do, I do everything.
And how long have you held that position at the Claremont?
Since 2018.
What does the Claremont have for surveillance videos on the outside?
Could you rephrase?
Sure. Do you have any surveillance cameras at the Claremont apartment complex?
Yes.
Okay. And how many cameras do you have for the outside of your apartment complex?
Oh, for the outside?
Yes.
Give me 1 second.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 on the outside. I believe 3 in the back parking lot and 1 at the front.
Now, how many dumpsters are there at the Claremont?
A total of 3 dumpsters. 2 gated areas, 2 dumpsters in one, and 1 dumpster on the top hill.
On the top of the hill. And the Claremont, is it near any other apartment complexes?
Yes, it's so right behind us, our back parking lot, there is the Chestnut Glen. Years ago, it used to be the same owner. It used to be connected.
In Chestnut Glen, is that an apartment complex or is it assisted living or like what is Chestnut Glen?
It is a home for the elderly and disabled.
Okay. And now, I had asked you about the surveillance videos. In January of 2023, did you have the opportunity to produce any surveillance videos to law enforcement as a result of this case? You did? Okay. And have you had a chance to review those videos on a thumb drive?
I didn't review it I saw it on the screen, actually, yes.
Okay. And let me ask you this about your videos. Are they kept in the normal course of business?
Yes.
Are they kept in good faith?
Yes.
And I take it your cameras, they're always recording?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm going to show you this drive and ask if you recognize it.
Yes.
And how do you recognize it?
because I initialed it and signed it. This is what I watched on the screen. This is the thumb drive. Yes, sorry
All
about
right,
that.
so what you watched on the screens were your videos.
Yes, that is correct.
The Commonwealth would seek to have this drive marked as the next exhibit, Your Honor, with the videos from the Claremont of January 3rd, 2023.
No objection.
No objection. It's marked and admitted into evidence as, are we at 157? Thank you very much.
Your Honor, may I publish?
You may.
Thank you. Ms. Gilman, could we have what's now been marked as Exhibit 157? Could we go to the video channel 14? And if you could bring us to 3 minutes and say 15 seconds. Pause, if I may. Ms. Waldrop, what area are we looking at of the Claremont?
This is the front entrance, the right when you come in. So, yeah.
Okay. And how many entrances are there to the apartment complex?
6.
6. Okay. Ms. Gilman, if you could press play. Thank you.
Uh-oh, there's a Volvo.
Ms. Gilman, could you pause? All right. Now, Ms. Waldrop, I have some questions about your videos in and of themselves.
Yes.
The date on the video, what is the date in the top left-hand corner?
January 3rd, 2023.
And the time, what does it denote the time?
It's 4:33 p.m.
Now, in January 2023, were there any issues as far as the time on your videos being different from the real time?
Yes, I believe at the time it was, I don't know for sure, but I believe it was about 20 minutes difference. And sometimes it does that. It jumps and then I don't notice it till I actually have to pull up video for some reason. And then I'm like, okay, then I see it in real time that it's wrong.
Okay, so there are times when the time on your video is not the correct time.
That is correct.
Okay. Now, as a result of working at the Claremont, are you familiar with the vehicles of your residents?
Yes.
And how many of your residents had Volvos XC90s at the time?
None to my knowledge.
Miss Gilman, if you could press play, please. Pause. Ms. Waldrop, did you recognize this vehicle as being one of your residents?
No.
And if you press play, Miss Gilman. On this same video, Ms. Gilman, could you bring us to 13 minutes and 59 seconds? Ms. Gilman, I'm going to ask now if you could bring us to the next video from Claremont, which I believe is titled Claremont. Thank you. Ms. Waldrop, before you, if you could just pause it at this point in time. Ms. Waldrop, where are we looking at the Claremont apartment complexes in this second video?
So this is the, right when you come to the back, this is actually at the bottom of the hill or of the backside where the two dumpsters are located in that fenced area right there.
In that fenced area. And you said they're gated. Is there a lock to them or anything like that?
No.
And what access do you give the general public to your dumpsters? It's people who don't live there. Can they use them?
No, they're not supposed to. No. And there's signs that, you know, that, yeah, it's private property and they are on surveillance. I mean, it's on surveillance. So they're not meant to use our dumpsters. No.
Wow.
Could you press play this, Gilman?
Here we go. This guy is cooked, man. He's so cooked. This is crazy. This is so bad. Look, there it is. There's a person walking back and forth with bags. Jeez.
Thank you, Ms. Cohen. And finally, how many ways are there in and out of the property?
One. There is really one. So there used to be, there's a smaller little, almost like a narrow walkway now that people used to use sometimes. Weren't supposed to because you can't actually have a vehicle. It's not the width of a vehicle. So technically, could you take another way? Yes, but there's only one driveway. Yes, one entrance, front entrance. Sorry about that.
I think that my earlier question was probably an article. When I asked you how many ways are there into the property, and you said 6. You talking about
Oh, entrances. I thought you meant entrances as in the doors. We have 6. I'm so sorry. We have one way to get into the complex, one driveway to get in, 6 exits or entrance doors, and there is a little pathway coming from Chestnut. Yes, but
this cross-examination better be supreme because this is so bad.
it's not a driveway. It's not.
gets
But
worse.
if somebody, I've seen it before when there was a roadblock and then people would just, but it's not meant to be used. So my apologies.
No, you don't have to apologize. I didn't ask the right question. You fixed it, so thank you. My question was how many ways are there into the property, I guess, from the street?
One.
One. Okay. And then there's this path area that sometimes people should use, they could use.
Yeah, rarely now. I haven't seen it actually in years, but there was a time and then, yeah, it stopped.
And that pathway would lead Chestnut Glen?
Yes, and into their parking lot.
Got it.
Yes.
And as far as how to get in and out of the buildings, there's 6.
Correct.
Nothing further. Thank you very much.
Cross.
A few questions.
Sure.
Good afternoon.
These better be good. These better be really good questions. I don't know what happened. Oh, hold on a second, yo.
But it's not meant to be used. So my apologies.
No, you don't have to apologize. I didn't ask the right question. It's from the street. They could use.
Yeah, rarely now. I haven't seen it actually in years, but there was a time and then, yeah, it stopped.
And that pathway would lead Chestnut Glen?
Yes, and into their parking lot.
Got it.
Yes.
And as far as how to get in and out of the buildings, there's 6.
Correct.
Nothing further. Thank you very much.
Cross.
A few questions.
Sure.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
There we go.
Glad I get to ask you a couple of questions.
Sure.
Those dumpsters you just told us about that we saw in the video.
Yeah.
Is there any signage on the dumpsters saying when they're going to be picked up?
No.
Do you have a website for the Claremont?
Yes.
Does that have any notice on when the dumpsters are going to be picked up?
No.
Thank you very much.
May I ask one redirect?
You may.
When was the dumpster picked up? After January 3rd?
What day of the week was that? When it was a Tuesday? I'm sorry.
Sure, I have a calendar right here on my desk. If January 3rd was a Tuesday, when would the dumpster have been picked up?
Wednesday. It gets picked up Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursday. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Three times a week. Yeah.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Oh man, this is terrible, guys.
Any recross?
Let's see.
You may step down. Thank you.
And that's it. It's Brian Cook. Shout out the voice of reason. Is he done? I mean, they've got this man dropping off trash bags in a dumpster. I mean, he's already pled guilty to that. So, I mean, this video is what it is. Now we're going to have to see if they can prove if he was involved in the murder of Anna Walshe. Let me know what y'all think in the comments in the chat. that video shocked me. And we're actually going to hear from another investigator here shortly. Let me actually skip ahead. I want to get into some of the text messages from him. Let me see here. Because we've got a lot of information from his phone data. We've got a lot of text messages. And actually might be easier if we go into today. Let me get the last bit of this testimony. How are y'all feeling, man? Make sure you answer the poll. Is Brian Walshe cooked? Not looking great. Not looking great at all. All right, let me see. We should be good here. All right, let's go ahead and get into this one. And shout out to everybody who's in here too. I appreciate y'all. Let's get this next segment in here. So now we're going to hear from one of the officers who worked on this case, specifically with the phone data. We're going to see some text messages back and forth between Brian Walshe. We're going to see some phone data on his location. It's all going to make sense. This case is rough.
This text thread is the next exhibit you're on.
Any objection to that?
No objection.
Text thread labeled paint?
I would go by the numbers, but
Sure. Why don't you read it into the record?
certainly. It would be a text thread between 8646 and 2005.
Okay, sounds good. That's now in evidence as Exhibit 162.
So not Exhibit 162.
Ms. Gilman, can we have that text thread up? So
Amy said hibachi.
you said contact information when you referred to paint. Did you create that, or is that from the phone?
That was pulled during the extraction process of the phone.
So, but you don't do anything to put that number as paint.
No, I do.
The phone, Celebrite, through examining the data, gives you that contact information.
Correct.
Okay. So, looking at this first entry, what is the significance of this bubble being in green?
Green means it was sent by the owner, the number ending in 8646.
And then underneath, so the from and to, who is this from?
That is from Brian Walshe.
And who is it to?
The number ending in 2005 with the contact paint associated.
What is the body of the text?
Hello, Brian Walshe, 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway, 617-939-8646. New address from last time. Thank you.
And can you tell whether or not this text was actually sent?
Yes.
How so?
The status in the bottom left says
And so then there's a time and date at the bottom. What is that indicative of? What is that telling you?
the date and time the text message was sent.
Can we scroll down to the next message? Sir, looking at this message, who is the sender of it?
Brian Walshe.
To who?
The contact of paint.
And in the body of the text, is it fair to say it's just images?
It appears to be 2 images, yes.
And was it sent?
Yes.
And can we scroll down to the final one? The final text, who is sending it?
Brian Walshe.
And what does the body of it say?
Good morning. Let me know about the ceiling. Best, Brian.
What was the date and time of that text?
January 6th, 2023, 7:49 a.m.
You can close out of that, Ms. Gilman. Thank you very much.
Come on, Brian.
May I approach your honor?
Yes?
Thank you. I'm showing you another report and asking if you recognize that.
Yes, I do.
And is that a report you created from Celebrite from the iPhone 13 mini text messages?
Yes, sir.
And what is the last 4 digits, or actually, what is the number that's the text message is being sent to, last 4 digits?
The number ends in 5605.
5605.
Yes, sir.
And this is printed on both sides, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so it's 2 pages, but on 1 piece of paper.
Yes,
All right. And you created this using the Celebrite.
I did.
Commonwealth would seek to have this marked as next exhibit.
Any objection? The Celebrate report between 8646 and 5605 is now in evidence as Exhibit 163.
Gilman, can we have that text thread between 8646 and number ending in 5605? Thank you. Sir, who's sending the first text in this thread?
Brian Walshe.
And can you tell us the body of this text?
Hello, I called MGH, South Shore Hospital, Brigham and Women's. They don't have Anna. Thank you for your support, Brian. Please let us know if you have any updates.
What was now under this it says, there's a section that says delivered?
Yes,
What does that mean?
when the text message was delivered to the receiving party,
How is that different than the other timestamp in the bottom?
because it could be sent. It was sent approximately 4 seconds before it was delivered to the device itself.
And I'm sorry, I talked over you. This status, it indicates that it was sent as well, correct?
Yes, sir.
Could we scroll down, Ms. Gilman, to the next text in the thread? Sir, who's sending this text?
The number ending in 5605.
And so what's the significance of blue?
It is an incoming text message.
And incoming to the 8646 number.
That is correct.
And what is the body of this text?
Hugh Dunleavy, 1-347-913-2053.
And this text, this has a red line on it. What does that mean?
That's when the message was read on the device.
And in addition, there's a status. Does that also indicate it's red?
Yes, sir.
And then the last timestamp, what is that telling you?
That's when it was delivered.
Can we scroll down to the next text? Sir, who's sending this text?
The number ending in 5605.
And can you read the body of this text?
Hi, Brian. I believe Hugh has been in touch with you and understand the police are taking over. I adore Anna, thinking of you and the boys. Please let me know if you need anything. Teresa.
And can you tell if this text was read?
Yes.
At what time?
It was January 4th, 2023 at 8:10 p.m.
And can we continue to scroll down, Ms. Gilman? Who's sending this next text, sir?
This is Brian Walshe.
Or the phone associated with Brian Walsh.
Yes, the phone associated with Brian Walshe.
And just to be clear, you don't know who's sending the actual text. You just know the phone is sending it.
Correct.
Okay. And so can you read the body of the text?
Good evening, Teresa. Thank you for your support during these difficult days. The private investigators wanted to know if Anna had any vacation days this week. Thank you again. Best, Brian. P.S. We adore Anna too. Looking forward to her coming home soon. And she spoke very highly of you always. I am.
And when was this text delivered?
January 5th, 2023 at 4:12 p.m.
Can we scroll down to the final text? And who's sending this? Which phone number is sending this?
The number ending in 8646.
And, sir, what's the body of this text?
Last question. Are there Tishman Spire personnel at the Mazda building? Thanks.
And when was this text delivered?
January 5th, 2023 at 4:17 p.m.
Yeah, this is crazy.
May I approach?
You may approach.
Thank you. Do you recognize this report?
Yes, sir.
Is this an additional report of text messages you created from the iPhone 13 mini?
Yes.
And this corresponds to a contact. What's the contact name?
Alyssa?
And the other phone number associated with this text thread is 8646?
Yes.
Your Honor, the Commonwealth proceeds to have this marked as the next exhibit.
So it's between 8646 and another number, or just Alyssa?
Another number ending in 2189.
2189 it is. The text message thread between the iPhone Mini 8646 and 2189 is now in evidence as Exhibit 164.
You tell me if we have that. Ms. Gilman, can we scroll down to page 2, the top text? Sir, this is blue, this top text. Who's sending it?
The number ending in 2189.
And what is the body of this text?
Thank you so much, Brian. Happy New Year. Hope you're well.
Buddy.
4.
And when was this read?
January 2nd, 2023, 3:05 p.m.
And scrolling down to the next one in green, which phone is sending this?
The number ending in 8646.
And sir, on this text, what does the body say?
Hello, I know we did this a week ago, but have you heard from Anna?
And when was this delivered?
And he knew where
January
she was.
3rd, 2023 at 10:34 a.m.
And scrolling down to the next text, who's sending? Which phone is sending this? Which phone number?
The number ending in 2189.
And what is the body of this text?
Hey, Brian, sorry for the delay. Was sleeping. I have the flu. Super sick. I texted with Anna on New Year's Day, but no, haven't heard from her. Is she working today? She's usually running around super busy with work.
And what was the date and time that this was read?
January 3rd, 2023, 12:51 p.m.
Can we scroll down to the next one? Which number is sending this?
Number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of this?
You're right. I'll let you know when she calls. Feel better soon.
And what is the date and time it was delivered?
January 3rd, 2023, 12:51 p.m.
And can we scroll down past that? One more. Thank you. To the top of page 4. Thank you. Looking at the top of page 4, which number is sending this?
The number ending in 2189.
And what is the body of this text?
Did you ever hear back? Question mark.
What is the date and time that it was read?
January 4th, 2023, 10:10 a.m.
The next text in the thread, which number is sending this?
Number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of this?
No, they are looking for her at work now.
When was this delivered?
January 4th, 2023, 10:19 a.m.
He lied. Big lie.
May I approach your honor?
You may.
Trooper, do you recognize that report?
Yes, sir.
Is that another report you were able to create from messaging in the phone?
Yes.
And this has a contact associated with it. What is the contact's name?
Alexandra,
And what are the last 4 digits of Alexandra's contact?
5332.
And the other phone number associated with this thread is 8646?
Yes, sir.
And does this contain the messages of that thread?
Yes.
The Commonwealth would seek to have this marked as the next exhibit, Your Honor.
No objection. The Celebrate report between the iPhone Mini 8646 and 5332, that text thread is now in evidence as 165.
Now we need to know what it says.
Sir, what is Viber?
Viber is another messaging app.
And this text thread, did this utilize Viber?
Yes, sir.
And so Celebrate reads Viber text messages just like it reads the regular text messages.
Yes, it has the ability to extract it, yes.
And so I'm going to ask you some questions about this Viber text thread with the Alexandra contact. Ms. Gilman, if we could have that up, please. Could you scroll down to the next text? Thank you. If you could stop right there. Sir, this green bubble, which number is sending this one?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of this?
Happy New Year. Have you heard from Anna? She's been out of contact longer than normal. Speak soon.
What is the date and time associated with this text?
January 3rd, 2023, 10:35 a.m.
And below that, is there a response?
Yes.
And these, because they're Viber, they also show up in green and blue, correct?
Correct.
All right. Well, I shouldn't say because they're Viber, but they, like the other text messages, they show up in green and blue.
Yes.
Okay. So, which number is sending this text?
The number ending in the number ending in 5332.
And what is the response?
Hello. No, I haven't. Last time was on 3112.
And what was the time of this text?
January 3rd, 2023 at 11:24 a.m.
I'd now like to scroll down to the first message on page 3.
Excuse me, that was 11:21 a.m.
11:21 a.m.
Yes.
So if we look at the first text message, the first message on page 3, which number is sending this message?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of this message?
She had to leave early due to an emergency at one of the buildings. She left early on Sunday morning. I didn't have my phone till last night because William hid it in his bed. Thomas found it. I wasn't worried at first, but she has never been this long out of communication. I will call her work tomorrow morning.
And what is the date and time with this message?
January 3rd, 2023 at 9:10 p.m.
And if we could scroll further down the page of page 3. Looking at the green bubble, which phone number is sending that?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body?
I know. Let me if you get in touch with her. I will let you know when I speak to her.
What is the date and time associated with that message?
January 3rd, 2023, 9:12 p.m.
And then the next message beneath that, which number is sending that?
The number ending in 5332.
And what is the body of that message?
That means no communication for almost days.
Now, if we could go to page 11. And if, looking at the blue bubble, which number is sending that?
The number ending in 5332.
And what is the body of that?
If she's not at work tomorrow, or if they haven't heard from her, what are you going to do? Question mark.
And what is the date and time of that message?
January 3rd, 2023, 9:25 p.m.
Could you scroll down, Ms. Gilman? Looking at the green bubble, which one sends that?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body?
Call everybody she knows in D.C. and then file missing persons. Let's hope there is an explanation.
Could you, Ms. Gilman, could you go to page 12? Scrolling down, the second message on page 12. Which number is sending that?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of that?
They can't find her at work.
And what is the date and time of that?
January 4th, 2023, 10:33 a.m.
And if, Ms. Gilman, could we go to page 14? And could you scroll down, Ms. Gilman? Ms. Gilman, could you stop? Looking at the last message on page 14, who is the sender of that? What number?
The number ending in 5332.
And what is the body of that text?
I think that you need to report this ASAP.
And what is the date and time of that message?
January 4th, 2023, 10:59 a.m.
Your Honor, may I vote?
You may.
Showing you this, is this another one of the reports you created via Celebrate of a text thread?
Yes, sir.
And does this involve 3 numbers?
Yes.
So besides 8646, what is the first contact that's associated with this text thread?
A number ending in 7966.
And what is the name of that contact?
Anna, do, and then a number sign.
And then what is the other phone
Thompson.
number associated with this thread?
A number ending in 6708.
And what is the contact name?
Gem.
The Commonwealth would seek to have this marked as the next exhibit, Your Honor, which would be a text thread between 8646, 7966, 6708, and 670.
Thank you. Any objection to that? Now in evidence says 166.
What was Brian thinking, man?
Bless you.
How long did he think he was going to get away with this?
Ms. Gilman, may we have this published? Looking at the first message, sir, it's blue. What number is sending this?
The number ending in 6708.
And what is the body of this?
It is a picture.
And then above the picture, is there any words?
I love my necklace, exclamation.
And then under recipient, what does it say? Participant, sorry, misread it.
The number ending in 8646.
And does it acknowledge what time it was read?
Yes.
What time was it read?
January 2nd, 2023, 2:26 p.m.
Going down, please, Ms. Gilman. Who's sending this text? What number?
The number ending in 6708.
Jem?
Yes.
And what is the body of this?
Last night was so good! Exclamation. Thank you.
What is the date and time of this text that it was read?
It was read January 2nd, 2023, 2:26 p.m.
Going down to the next text. Which number is sending this?
The number ending in 6708.
And what is the body of it?
The chef, world class, and company equally so.
And when was this read according to the phone?
January 2nd, 2023, 2:26 p.m.
Can we scroll down to the top text on page 3? On the top text of page 3, which number is sending this?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of it?
Looking good, buddy. Thomas just found my phone. It was in William's bed. Another amazing New Year Eve together as a triumvirate. Looking good in your new necklace.
And scrolling down to the final text. Which sender is this?
The number ending in 6708.
And what is the body of it?
My new necklace made a big splash yesterday as I wore it everywhere. I got double takes in the streets and at Whole Foods in Swampscott.
And what was the time that text was read?
January 2nd, 2023 at 4:13 p.m.
May I approach, Ron?
You may.
Showing you another text thread. Is this another one that was created, another report you were able to create from the phone?
Yes, sir.
And does this only have 2 numbers associated with it?
Yes.
What are the 2 numbers associated with it?
The number ending in 8646.
Yes, sir.
And the number ending in 6708.
And that also has a contact designation of Jem?
Yes, sir.
The Commonwealth will seek to enter this as the next exhibit, Your Honor. The text thread between 8646 and 6708.
Any objection? The text of thread between 8646 and 6708 is in evidence as 167.
Then I can do it 162.
167?
Directing your attention to the top of page 2 of this thread.
Could you have a publisher?
Oh, yes, I apologize. I neglected to ask that. Your Honor, may I publish this?
Sure.
Thank you, Your Honor. Appreciate it. Ms. Gilman, if we could go to the top of page 2. And I imagine, Trooper, it's a whole lot easier to see it now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now, who is the sender of this?
The number ending in 6708.
And what is the body of this first message?
Merry Xmas to you, buddy. I miss you. Merry Xmas to all of you.
Date and time? That it was read.
December 25th, 2022, 9:45 a.m.
Going down to the next text, who's the sender of that next one?
The number ending in 6708.
And what does the body of that say?
Her phone is going directly to voicemail.
And what was the date and time that this message was read?
January 4th, 2023, 10:54 a.m.
And the next text in that thread? Which number sends that?
6708.
And what is the body of that?
Any news? Question mark. Have you alerted everybody at her work and the DC police? Question mark.
Now, I'd like to scroll down to page 4, in the middle of that. Which is the sender of this blue text?
The number ending in 6708.
And what does the body of it say?
Hey, buddy, can you send me the photos we took on New Year's Eve? NYE? Question mark.
What was the date and time it was read?
January 5th, 2023, 11:17 a.m.
And the next thread, the next text down, sir? What number is sending that?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of that text?
All the photos were taken on Anna's phone. I don't have any.
And when was that text delivered?
January 5th, 2023 at 11:30 a.m.
You can close out of that, Ms. Gilman. Thank you. Yeah, of course.
Would you like to?
I'm sorry.
I was just listening to the voice.
What a gentleman.
All right, we're going to go to side-by here a little bit, man. Not looking great for Brian. What we're going to do is we're actually going to skip ahead and get into the cross-examination, because I think a lot of the information and data that's being shown by the Commonwealth is going to make more sense once we get into cross-examination. Let me know what y'all think so far about the comments that's been made by Brian Walshe. Is he guilty? Is he not? Let me know what you think in the comments in the chat. We still got 8,000 of y'all in here. Let's go. Let's go ahead and jump into cross-examination. Shout out to Amy for the super chat. My awesome, amazing Amy said, he's cooked like hibachi. Dang. It's that bad? Hibachi actually sounds good right now. Amy said he's guilty. Some of y'all are wondering what we're even doing here. What is happening right now? Let's go ahead and get into cross-examination. There were a lot more text messages that were revealed and that implicate Brian, but if you thought seeing the text messages from Brian Walshe were bad, wait until you hear this cross-examination. Let's go ahead and get into it. Day 5. Let me set this up for y'all too. Here we go.
Trooper, directing your attention to the first text on the page. Which phone number is, what are the last 4 digits of the phone number sending this text message?
8646.
What is the body of the text?
Hello.
And what is the date and time it was delivered?
December 25th, 2022 at 11:53 a.m.
And Ms. Gilman, could you scroll down to the next 2 texts? Trooper, which number is sending this text?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of this?
Thomas asked if you were coming today.
And what was the date and time it was delivered?
December 25th, 2022 at 11:53 a.m.
And then if you could scroll down, Ms. Gilman. Thank you. Trooper, which number sent this next text in the chain?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of it?
I haven't heard from you at all.
And what is the date and time it was delivered?
December 25th, 2022 at 11:54 a.m.
Now, could you, Ms. Gilman, scroll down to the next text in that chain? Trooper, which number is sending this message?
The number ending in 7966.
And what is the body of this text?
My flight got canceled driving up.
And what was the date and time it was read?
December 25th, 2022 at 12:57 p.m.
Ms. Gilman, can we go to page 51? Trooper, this top text on the page, which number is sending it?
Could you scroll up a little bit?
Yep. I guess you'd have to go all the way up to 50. Which number is sending this text, Trooper?
The number ending in 8646.
And if we could go back down to 51. What was the time in the bottom corner of this text after it says sent?
December 30th, 2022, 6:33 p.m.
Now, Ms. Gilman, could you scroll down to the next message in the chain? Thank you. Trooper, which phone is sending this message?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of it?
Hello, Thomas found the phone playing on William's bed. William said he forgot it was there. Ha ha ha. Okay, call anytime.
What is the date and time? Now, this doesn't say delivered, correct? Or is there a time when it was delivered?
It does not say, sir.
What is the date and time in the bottom corner of the text?
January 2nd, 2023 at 2:33 p.m.
And so, sir, if there's no delivered, what does that mean?
I don't believe it was ever delivered to the intended recipient.
But there's a date and time. Is that when the text was written?
The bottom right?
Yes.
That's when it was sent.
That was when it was sent, because there's a status saying sent.
Correct.
Okay. Can we scroll down to the next text? Trooper, which phone number is sending this?
The number ending in 8646.
Could you read the body of this?
Hello, where are you? Please call, text, or email. Exhausting day with the boys, and we had fun. Going to bed early. Big day tomorrow for everyone. I still love you. Ha ha ha.
And what is the date and time in the bottom?
January 2nd, 2023, 7:18 p.m.
And does this note if it was delivered?
It does not.
Could we go to the next page, page 52? Which number sent this message, sir?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of it?
Hello.
And what is the date and the time?
January 3rd, 2023 at 6:39 a.m.
Does this denote if it was delivered?
It does not.
Could we have the next text? Which number sent this?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of it?
Where are you?
And what is the date and time of this?
January 3rd, 2023, 6:39 a.m.
And this has a status of sent?
Yes.
Could we have the next message? Which number sent this?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of it?
I'm worried. Please call or email.
And what time was this sent?
January 3rd, 2023, 6:39 a.m.
Could we go to page 53? Which number sent this message, sir?
The number ending in 8646.
What is the body of this?
Where are you? I just called and it went straight to voicemail. Calling you in Viber now.
And what is the date and time this message was sent?
January 3rd, 2023, 8:30 a.m.
Can we have the next message, please? Which number sent this?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of this text?
I will call after I drop the boys. If I don't hear from you this morning, I'm going to report you missing.
What is the date and time this was sent?
January 3rd, 2023 at 8:32 a.m.
And going down to the next message, what number sent this message?
The number ending in 8646.
What is the body of this message?
Hello, I texted your sister and Alyssa. I am calling Jeff if I don't hear from you. Where are you?
And what is the date and time this was sent?
January 3rd, 2023, 12:16 p.m.
Going down to page 54. Sir, which phone sent this message?
The number ending in 8646.
And what does the body of it say?
Hello.
And what is the date and time it was sent?
January 3rd, 2023, 7:03 p.m.
And the next message, sir, which phone sent this?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of this text?
Where are you? The boys and I are worried. I'm calling work tomorrow if I don't hear from you.
And what is the date and time this was sent?
January 3rd, 2023, 7:04 p.m.
Going down to the next message. What is the phone number that sent this?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of that?
Where are you?
And what is the date and time that was sent?
January 4th, 2023 at 10:14 a.m.
And can we go to page 55 for the final message? Sir, what number sent this?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of it?
I am calling Jeff now.
And what is the date and time it was sent?
January 4th, 2023, 10:15 a.m.
For the messages on January 2nd through January 4th of 2023, does any of the messages denote that they were delivered?
It does not appear that.
Your Honor, I have no further questions.
Cross-exam.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Here we go.
Yesterday, you testified to what you referred to as location data, correct?
Yes.
And the location data that was retrieved by apps, various apps that are contained on the devices.
Yes.
And is it fair to say that with regards to apps being able to collect location data, that service can be turned off in those devices?
If the user decides to.
Okay. And if the user decides to turn off the location tracking aspect of any app, then that particular app just does not collect the location data, correct?
To the best of my knowledge.
Okay. So, to the best of your knowledge, then, if someone knew how to turn off the location data for all the apps on any device that they were using to go from point A to point B, you wouldn't have that data that you told us about yesterday.
The phone collects quite a bit of data at all times.
Brian better not.
I thought you just answered the second to last question. To the best of my knowledge, if you turned off the apps, the device would not collect location data.
Well, app-specific location data. Yes.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to speak up if you don't mind.
You're asking about app-specific location data, correct?
All right, yes.
Okay, yes.
So, are you telling this jury that if someone turned off the location tracking aspect of an app, that you would still get location data from other sources?
There's a possibility, yes.
Possibility, all right. I want to focus your attention now to Exhibit 161. That is that's the Safari search history.
Okay, yes.
When you say okay, you mean yes?
Yes.
Is that what you mean? Okay. I don't want to confuse you. If I ask a question, just tell me, ask it again. And
yes, sir.
That's the Safari search history of the Apple iPhone 13 mini. And it ran a date range of December 25th, 2022 to January 4th of 2023. Is that right?
Correct.
And then that same exhibit, and I think it was referred to yesterday, contains what was referred to as Chapter 2. You recall that? And the Chapter 2 is the Safari web history of the same device that runs from December 31st, 2022, from 9:28 a.m. to 9:31 a.m.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And you testified yesterday that even though the data would be collected and extracted from those two sources, the search history and the web history, that the web history would generally contain additional and more detailed information?
That's correct.
And who was it that decided then to limit the web history information included in Exhibit 161 to only 1 day for just a couple of minutes?
It was a decision by the prosecution team.
Okay. And so you told us yesterday that you work for the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, correct?
Yes.
Shout out to Norfolk County.
And you told us yesterday that you're an investigator, correct?
Yes.
And so as part of your role as an investigator with the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, is it fair to say that you take direction from the district attorney that's prosecuting a particular case?
More collaboration. We bring the investigative piece, and they bring the legal advice and piece to the case.
Do you ever then inform the district attorney, whoever it is that you're working with on a particular case, that, for instance, web history would have additional information that might help explain entries that were found in the search history?
I present the data that is extracted from the device.
So my question was, do you ever take the time to explain to the district attorney assigned to the case you're working on with them that the web history would contain additional information in addition to the search history?
Yes.
So in any event, with regards to Exhibit 161, you were instructed or advised to only include the web history for one day, December 31st, and only for a few minutes.
Well, that particular searches were on Apple Maps, which were contained on Safari history, search history.
Were you instructed not to include certain information in Exhibit 161 then?
We had the date range of December 25th, 2022 through January 4th, 2023, sorry.
And what about the web history? Were you instructed only to limit the inclusion in Exhibit 161 to that one day, December 31st?
We only chose to do that specific, those specific searches from 9:28 to 9:31 a.m.
Okay, I'm just going to ask, and it's probably me. I can barely hear you.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I might be going deaf.
That's fine.
Piers, are you able to hear?
And
Great.
Apologize.
That's my concern. But you need to be able to hear him as well. I'm concerned about that.
I understand.
Attorney Tips.
I understand.
Do my best.
Yesterday, you were asked, let me ask this. You would agree, wouldn't you, that in the search history included in Exhibit 161, that at page number 1, number 9, there are indications of a search involving Expedia and other flight-related searches?
Could you show me that, sir?
Sure. Do we have Exhibit 161? I think it's...
You may.
Thank you, sir.
Or refer to you as a trooper? Or do you have another title? I just don't want to misstate.
No, that's fine, sir.
Trooper.
Yeah, that's...
So, Trooper Keith, I want to focus your attention now to page 1 and the entry number 9. Am I correct in saying that that references a search related to Expedia?
That's correct.
And that search occurred at 12:25:22 at 11:39 a.m. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And those searches related to Expedia, they continue through record number 20 at page 2. Is that correct?
Yes, it goes from Expedia to Check a Flight to Check a Flight JetBlue.
All right. So yesterday you told us and you testified to one entry having to do referring to JetBlue, correct?
Yes.
There's a number of searches in Exhibit 161, isn't there, that have to do with searches for Expedia and flight information?
Yes.
And once again, if you were to look at the Safari web history of the same device for this same information at the same time, you would find more information and put context into that search. Is that accurate?
Yes, there would be more information.
Okay. But as you sit here today, and based on what is and is not included in Exhibit 161, you can't give us more context to any of those searches regarding flight information, can you?
No.
Yesterday, and I'm going to ask you to turn to page 4. Yesterday, you were asked questions about an entry on page 4, record number 42. Am I saying that right when I refer to record number 42? Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. That was a search regarding what?
Number 42. Would you like to read the date, time, or just the search term, sir?
You can read it anything you want.
Okay.
Yes, to make it complete.
Item 42. The search occurred on December 25th, 2022, 12:28 p.m. And the search was Xmas Day plane crash.
Okay. And those types of searches, and when I say those types, the subject matter that's contained in record number 42, it continues through record number 45 on page 4, doesn't it?
Yes.
And that is timestamp 12/31/03 at record number 49.
Correct.
Now, yesterday you were also asked about a specific reference, and once again, page 4, record number 53. And that's the record that indicates Anna Walshe found dead, correct?
Correct.
And those searches continue through 12:45:58 on page 4, don't they?
Yes.
Now, it's fair to say that once again, if you had the web history to that particular search, that would give more context into what that particular search is that you just talked about at number 54, record number 53 at page 4. It would give you more information and more context, would it not?
It would. Yes.
You have no idea, do you, as you sit here today, what the user was thinking when he or she inputted that search that you just testified to, do you?
I do not. I know the content of it. I do not know the intent of it.
Okay. Are you aware of the fact, given the fact that you're an investigator, and I presume you conducted some investigation in this case on behalf of the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office?
What are we talking
Are you
about?
aware of the fact that
What's he even talking about?
Mrs. Anna Walshe, her flight was canceled on 12/25?
Yes.
And did you investigate the circumstances of that cancellation?
I personally did not.
Okay. So you're unaware of the snowstorm or anything like that that caused canceled flights?
What's their
I don't know the
flight?
particulars around the.
All right. I want to focus your attention once again at Exhibit 161 to a number of searches that began at record number 445 at page 30.
Page 30, sir?
Page 30. And it's record number 445. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's fair to say, isn't it, that in looking at those entries starting at 445 and continuing through record number 495 on page 34, that they involve searches for what looks to be champagne or wine and varieties of champagnes and wines?
Do you mind if I take a look?
I don't mind at all. No, sir.
Okay. 445 through
495.
495. Sir, yes, that appears wine and champagne.
Okay.
Through those searches.
And it's fair to say, isn't it, that you've carefully reviewed all these records, haven't you, before you testified here starting yesterday?
Yes.
And if you turn to page 62, beginning at record 924, and I'd ask you to just run through up to page 63, record number 943. Once again, a number of searches regarding champagne or wine or things like that.
Yes.
Okay, you agree with that, right?
Yes.
And we could continue to do this, but for instance, though all of those searches were being conducted on December 30th of 2022, weren't they?
The ones from line 924 through 943, yes, they were on December 30th, 2022.
And the searches between record 953 through 1016 on page 68. Do you have those in front of you?
What was the beginning item, sir?
Record number 953, page 64.
Okay.
Through record number 1016, page 68. Once again, those searches occurred on December 30th, correct?
I'm still looking, sir.
I'm sorry. You tell me when you're ready.
Yes, sir.
And don't let me rush you.
Yes, those searches occurred December 30th, 2022, between approximately 7 p.m. to around 7:15 p.m.
Right, on December 30th, correct? Yes.
Correct.
And you're aware, in the investigation of this case, that Mrs. Anna Walshe had planned a New Year's Eve party to be conducted in the Cohasset home on New Year's Eve, correct?
Yes.
And you're also aware that, or maybe you're not, but there are additional searches throughout this as you continue to go down these searches that, once again, someone is shopping for expensive champagne, someone's shopping for champagne or items like that, all in the same time period, correct?
Yes.
Now, yesterday, you were asked specifically by the government to testify to an entry number, record number 1069 at page 72. Can you find that? It's at 8:38 p.m. on 12/30/2022. Record number 1069 at page 72.
Yes.
And you testified yesterday, and you were asked what that search was, and you stated to the jury, "I'm good." Correct?
Yes.
And you didn't give any other context to that, correct?
Correct.
As an investigator in this case, you are aware of the fact that there is a movie named I'm Good, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you're also aware of the fact that if you were to look at the search web history related to that search, that it would further explain and give context to that search and that I'm Good is a movie. Is that fair to say?
I would have to see the web history itself, sir.
Okay. So you would agree, wouldn't you, Trooper, that that search that you were asked specifically about yesterday, I'm Good, at record 1069 at 8:38, that search regarding a movie occurred in between all this shopping, all these searches going on, having to do with champagne and wine and everything else, correct?
This occurred after the ones you had me read prior. I would have to look if there were searches containing wine and champagne after, sir.
Well, let me focus your attention then, and that's a certainly fair and accurate response. Why don't you look at page 72, the same page, and record number 1078. Have you had a chance?
Yes, sir.
And once again, that's champagne-related searches.
Yes.
So it's fair to say, isn't it, Trooper, that when you were asked yesterday on direct examination and to specifically refer to that one search at number 1069, I'm Good, there's certainly nothing nefarious about someone conducting a search for a movie entitled I'm Good, correct?
Again, sir, I only know the context of this. I don't know the content or the content, I don't know the intent behind it.
You would agree that these records that you have in Exhibit 161, if you know, they have multiple searches related to movies and movie titles, correct?
I just know the I'm Good one that you referenced, sir.
Okay. Well, let me just briefly point you to record number 1128 at page 75, if you can go there.
Yes, sir.
Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Starting there, if you could just start there, that looks like a reference to a movie or a movie clip, correct?
1128
Yes.
states tone MOV, TOE MOV.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what that refers to?
I do not.
Okay. Just now run through the searches and up to and including number 1147, page 77. Can you do that? And as you look through those, there are multiple references to movies and movie clips, if you know.
Yes, there is, sir.
And then, finally, if you can look at record number 1148 on page 77, now we start some more champagne searches. Is that accurate?
Yes, it is, sir.
So, you're not, as you sit here today, you don't know who was actually searching for champagne and those related searches all during this day of December 30th.
I do not.
And you don't know who was searching for all those movies and things like that.
I do not.
And you wouldn't testify to the jury now that there's anything nefarious about someone conducting multiple searches for champagne or movie clips, is there?
Could you repeat that, sir?
There's nothing nefarious about someone searching for champagne or multiple movie clips during this period of time.
No.
And based on your investigation of the case, you did carefully look at each entry of the searches, correct?
Yes.
Now, once again, yesterday specifically, and you can turn to record number 1271, page 85, you were asked specifically yesterday by the government to look at that search. Can you look at that one again and tell us what it says?
Line 1271, dated January 2nd, 2023, 6:42 p.m. And the search states, "I'm good."
So you testified to that yesterday, and you gave no context to it. But once again, it's a reference to the same "I'm good" that we saw had been searched for back in December 30th, correct? While someone is conducting champagne searches, correct?
Yes.
And as you sit here today, then, you can't tell the jury that there's anything suspicious about, or nefarious, that's my word, about this search you were asked about yesterday that was conducted on January 2nd of 2023 at record number 1271.
No.
Trooper, I'd like you to look at record number 1170 at page 78. That occurred on December 30th at 11:16:34 p.m.
What happened?
$11.70, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You have that?
I do.
What does that search?
Search occurred on December 30th, 2022, at 11:16 p.m., and it states Nightshade.
Okay. Now, you're an investigator assigned to the district attorney's office, and you worked on this case. Is that correct?
Yes.
And what is that Nightshade referring to?
Would you like me to explain the searches below? I believe it's related to what you're asking.
Absolutely. If that helps.
Yes. It says Nightshade Noodle Bar.
Mm-hmm. And those searches go through record number 1175 through page 79 regarding Nightshade and Noodle Bar and things like that.
Yes.
So tell us, Trooper, what is Nightshade or Nightshade Noodle Bar? What is that?
I believe it's a restaurant.
Okay. And where is that restaurant located?
I am not sure, sir.
You're not sure. If I told you it was located right on the town line, close to the town line of Marblehead, Massachusetts and Lynn, Massachusetts, would that sound accurate to you?
I would have to search it.
Okay. So you haven't searched it?
No.
In the context of this case, you have, as you sit here today, you have no idea of then the context of that search regarding Nightshade, do you?
It appears to be a restaurant, sir. That's
all right.
All I can say.
And are you aware of the fact that in your investigation of the case that Mr. Walsh actually made a reservation for a New Year's Day dinner at the Nightshade restaurant for himself and Miss Anna Walsh for New Year's Day?
I was not aware of that.
I would ask at this time to have for ID only. Sure.
Anybody want to show it to me?
Yes.
That'd be a good idea.
Get him, Judge. Let's skip ahead here. Defense is slow.
Trooper, I'm just going to show you what's been now marked for ID as Exhibit J. Have you ever seen that before in your examination of the iPhone? The iPhone version?
reviewed the messages. I don't specifically recall this one.
You would agree, wouldn't you, that that message indicates in its context that it's a reservation at the Nightshade restaurant?
Yes, sir.
And what is the phone number that it was created?
The phone number ending in 8646.
I apologize. Did you tell us that you had or may have seen it? You just don't recall as you sit here?
Yes, I reviewed the text through the past few years. I probably have seen it in the past, but I don't recall it.
At this time, I move have that text put in there.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
The text message that's previously been marked for identification as J is now in evidence as Exhibit 170. Thank you.
So is it accurate to say then, Trooper Keefe, that with regards at least to this particular text and the information that it contains, that to the best of your knowledge, nobody from the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, such as yourself, as an investigator, went up and talked to anybody at Nightshade or tried to get records of any reservation that had in fact been made on 12/30 for a dinner date?
I did not, sir.
Okay. Trooper, I'd ask you to look at Exhibit 161 at record number 1250 at page 84. It's a search conducted at 12/31/22 at 10:26:16 a.m. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And if you will, sir, follow that search up to and including record number 1270 through page 85 that ends at 6:42:54 p.m.
What was the ending line, sir?
Record number 1270.
1270, okay.
At page 85.
Yes, sir.
What did those searches involve based on the content of the search?
These searches appear to be kids' play places, how to file for a charity, can you donate your lottery winnings, how to file a 501c3 for a church.
That's nice. They were giving back.
It's fair to say that those searches involve queries about charities and how to file charities related to a church or things like that based on the search queries, correct?
Yes.
And do you know what a 501c3 is?
I believe it's a nonprofit charity or organization.
Did you or anyone from the Norfolk County DA's office, to the best of your knowledge, investigate what that charity search involved?
I did not, sir.
And that charity search was conducted on December 31st, New Year's Eve, at 10:26:16 a.m. That's the search at record 1250, page 84, correct?
Well, 1250, sir?
Yes.
1250 is, can you donate your auto winning tax-free?
Okay, I'm sorry. It doesn't specifically include the word charity.
It does not.
Thank you for correcting me. As you go down to the next searches, 1252 on, it specifically starts talking about charities and 501c3s.
1256 begins the searches for filing a charity.
Thank you for correcting me. No one went and tried to find out what that was about.
I did not, sir.
Okay. Yesterday you were asked specifically, sir, to tell the jury what was a search at record number 193, page 14. Can you turn to that? It's page 14, number 193. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
And you were specifically asked what that search was about, and you told the jury it was about Autobahn, correct?
Yes.
And you were asked nothing else about any of the related searches that go through record number 198 regarding Autobahn, correct?
Correct.
And some of those searches specifically state Autobahn USA, correct?
Yes.
What is Autobahn USA?
I believe it's a car website or
Okay,
vehicles, motor vehicles.
Okay. And are you aware, based on your investigation of this case, that, and based on the content of the text messages between Anna Walshe and Brian Walshe, that Anna Walshe had asked Brian Walshe to buy her a Porsche?
Yes.
And are you aware of the fact that they talked about him buying her a Porsche in the text messages?
Yes.
And are you aware of the fact that he sent her pictures of a Porsche? In fact, 2 Porsches that were for sale?
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Are you aware of that?
Yes.
And are you aware of the fact that that took place on December 25th of 2022?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever go out in the context of the investigation of this case and talk to anybody at Autobahn to see if Mr. Walshe had appeared and was talking about buying a Porsche for Anna Walshe
Is that his job?
around Christmas time of 2022?
I did not, sir.
Okay. Sir, I want to focus your attention to record number 418, page 29. And that is a search that was conducted on December 27th of 2022 at 6:17:23 a.m. Am I right about that?
Yes.
And the related searches to that, they go through record number 438, correct?
Correct.
Those searches are related to a Verizon store, correct?
Yes.
And they're actually location searches in some instances of a Verizon store, correct?
Yes.
And it's a Verizon store located in D.C., correct?
That is correct.
It's not a Verizon store located in or around the ClassE area, is it?
No.
And are you aware of the fact, Trooper Keith, that on or around December 27th, contained in the text messages that have now been introduced into evidence, that Ms. Walshe stated to Mr. Walshe that her phone wasn't working properly at the same time on 12/27.
Yes, I do recall those.
And that she told him words to the effect of it just literally stopped working, or words to that effect.
There was something to that effect, yes.
And he texted her back and said words to the effect of, do you want me to get you a new phone, or do you need a new phone, correct?
I believe it was something like that, sir.
Then in the early morning hours of December 28th, Mr. Walshe sent her information about, well, here's a Verizon store in D.C. that you might go to if you need help.
Yes.
And she responded, thank you. Do you remember that?
I remember the messages about the Verizon store.
Yesterday, specifically on direct examination, you were asked about a search conducted at record number 1368, page 92. And that search was conducted on January 4th of 2023.
Sorry, sir, what was the line again? I just got to the page.
I'm sorry. Record number 1368, page 92.
Okay.
You were asked about that yesterday.
Yes, I was.
And you told this jury it was about the Mazda building.
The crossing building.
Oh, the crossing building.
Yes.
But you weren't asked for the context or anything of the sort. You just simply told the jury what the search query was, correct?
That's correct.
I want to ask you now to go back to record number 804 at page 54. Are you there, sir?
Yes, sir.
Is it fair to say that beginning at 804, page 54, on December 29th of 2022, at 9:13:47 p.m., that those searches are related to the Mazda building also?
Yes, sir.
And those searches go through record number 825 at page 55.
Yes, the Mazda building, crossing building. Correct.
So yesterday you weren't asked about those searches that go back to December 29th. You were only asked about the search on January 4th. Is that correct?
No, I believe I was asked about those searches prior to.
All right, fine. Then I'm
Yes.
wrong. Do you know what the Mazda building is?
It's a building in D.C., I believe, near where Anna Walshe works.
What about the crossing?
I don't know the specifics, just building in D.C.
As an investigator in this case, and since you were asked specifically by the government yesterday to tell the jury about those searches, you went and investigated, didn't you, what had been occurring at the Mazda building, Fishman Spire, regarding your management of the Mazda building and that area?
I don't know the specifics, sir.
Are you unaware of the fact, Trooper, as an investigator connected to this case, that there was a Legionnaire disease outbreak in October of 2022 of those properties that were managed by Fishman Spire?
I was not aware of that.
Are you aware of any letter that's contained, or let's strike that, that's not fair. Are you aware of any letter that was issued by the D.C. Department of Public Health specifically to Ann Walshe in her capacity as Regional General Manager regarding that Legionnaire disease outbreak?
Objection.
Sustained.
He tried it. Not working.
Did you investigate and ask anybody at Fishman Meyer about anything occurring in October regarding the building that they were managing, specifically that Anna Walshe was managing?
Objection.
I'll see you at the side of the bench.
All right, that's enough. That's enough of the defense for today. They tried it. Shout out to y'all. Let me know what you think so far in the comments in the chat. If you haven't yet, please, please, please do me a favor and make sure y'all go and subscribe to the new channel. I've got the link in the pinned comment in the chat for y'all and also in the description. It's actually going to redirect you here so you can watch the rest of today's trial over on the new channel, Jury of Your Peers. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you do that. Shout out to everybody who subscribed so far too. Thank you to all the love that y'all showed in here today. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all are amazing, man. We've got over 14,000 of you in here, and over that many of you have liked the video as well. Make sure y'all stay locked in. If you haven't yet subscribed, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any time that we go live or drop a new video here. We will be live tonight too, so if you want to check out a little bit of a different stream, we've got the Song of the Night live tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be listening to some music and giving away some cash and just have a great time as well. You guys will get a chance to win some door prizes and participate in the trivia as well, so it's a lot of fun. Thank you again to everyone that went the extra mile and super chatted. Shout out to Les Cleaver, and then as always, my awesome, amazing Amy E. The beautiful Amy E is in here. Hope y'all have a great rest of your weekend, and of course, as always, you know what to do. Keep growing, keep pushing, keep it classy. We gone. Peace. Appreciate y'all, man.